Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
The former Here in My Garage guru Tai Lopez has officially been sued for north of $100 million for alleged fraud. A few months ago, I reached out to Tai Lopez to get on a sales call with one of his team members, and I did, but I lost the footage. I don't know where it was. I thought it was deleted until last week. I was on my phone of all places, which I never use when making these videos, and there was my missing file. The audio levels of this person was really bad. Even I had a hard time understanding him on the call itself. I did my best to raise the audio levels so you could understand him, but if you can't understand what he's saying or you can't hear him, that's because he's just literally not talking loud enough.
Hey, Joe.
Hello?
Hey, Tai Lopez. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you for asking. I noticed that you reached out regarding the 15-minute call with that you want to have his advice to invest on how to build your brand. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. You're a little quiet. Are you a little far away from the microphone, maybe?
I was trying to ask him to turn up his volume, but the guy just hung up. I waited for a couple minutes because surely he's going to call me back, right? Right? No, he didn't. I had to call him back.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better. It probably is on my end. The other day I dropped my phone in the shower.
You're good. You're good. Well, let's get right into it. I know that you want to have Tai, come in for the mastermind. So could you tell me a little bit about what you're looking for, and I'll see if I can help out.
I was born actually in Eastern Europe, but I'm here in the U.S. in college. And one of the things I've really tried to prioritize is building a digital asset, something that I can do wherever I am. I'm from a real small town in Russia outside St. Petersburg. There's not a lot of opportunities. So one of the things is I want to make sure to take advantage of my time here because I feel like I can present myself well and I can talk well. I just don't know how to do it.
I chose to play a Russian character here, and I wanted to see how much he believed it because I didn't even try to attempt an accent. I have the most white American voice you could possibly come up with in this sales call, but I'm telling him I'm from St. Petersburg. I want to see how much he believes. Also, I made this call many months ago. This is when I first started making content. So looking back, I can just tell how much I've grown as a creator.
Yeah, I hear you. So when it comes to building your own digital asset as of right now, what's the main thing that you're really looking to achieve?
I would like to build an internet, I don't know, you call it like a page, I guess you would say, like personality. You go on Instagram, YouTube, basically making content. My father died when I was 12. Being able to have a platform to be able to reach young men like that, that's what my goal is, whether Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, I hear you. So, that's the thing. When it comes to building your personal brand, right? That's what you want. What's the main thing you're really looking to achieve? The desired outcome.
On a personal level, to be able to sustain my livelihood. Truthfully, I don't know after I graduate, with the visa situation, I don't know if I'll be able to stay in the U.S. or I'll have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I hear you. So right now you're in college and you want to make sure that you could basically work from anywhere, not be in one position.
Yeah, that's right.
From anywhere, yes, and you'll be able to help yourself, fund yourself, as well as others. So what's the big picture goal? What do you want to achieve in the next 12 to 18 months? Why do you even want to go for that route rather than just, graduating from college and then going for for what you studied for?
This is the beginning of what's going to be a lot of repeat questions. I just answered that. He asked what I was trying to do. I said I wanted to build a digital asset, something I could do from anywhere because I'm not sure of the future certainty since I'm in the U.S. as a Russian citizen. There's obviously a lot of heightened tensions between the two countries. I already told him that. Like
I said earlier, I grew up without a father. I see the need to share content that kind of keeps young men on the right track and away from negative things, kind of just motivational stuff, really. Sure, I could go and just continue with my degree, and I will, but the truth is, there's a lot of uncertainty in that for me because of where I'm from.
I hear you, man. Yeah, I got that. I come from an immigrant family myself. It's the best thing that you could basically make money and nothing political that could really affect you, just because you're just on your own, right? There's nothing that could affect you in that end. So how long have you been wanting to build something for yourself?
Well, I've been wanting to get started on this for a few months now.
What steps did you take?
I watched some of Tai's videos. I know he has a lot of marketing tips and stuff. Truth be told, marketing isn't something that's very taught, where I come from. So I've really tried to learn a lot more about how do you market stuff? How do you target people? I've really gotten really passionate about this the last few weeks. I feel like it would be much more advantageous to be able to take what I've already started learning and pair that with someone who's actually, done it and done it big. Because, I see what Tai Lopez has done. I mean, he's a pretty big guy.
Well, in hindsight, I wasn't wrong. Tai Lopez definitely is big. He's definitely on the wrong side of a big-ass lawsuit against him. He flips to pretty much every major trend and basically turned you and I into suckers.
Exactly. So, what's the main reason behind you getting more, advanced training? Rather than just doubling down on what you do now to get, basically taking care of yourself, taking care of others, without having any issues with political.
I can learn stuff online, I can see stuff online or whatever, but it would be better for me if I have a structured position that really says, okay, do this, 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 and this, from someone that's already done it versus me trying to see a bunch of people. Because, there's a lot of people online that claim to do something that really don't. They're trying to sell you something, and that's their livelihood. But I feel like, just given my circumstances, it would be best for me to not double down on me doing it myself, but me double down on something that I know is going to yield the results.
I hear you. I mean, in your mind, what's the difference between, LeBron James and every other average basketball player that's ever played a game? The difference between any average basketball player and LeBron James is the level of commitment, man. Would you agree? Do you think that they got there just practicing all by themselves and trying to figure it out?
No.
I get what he's saying, but he's trying to simplify this to be, you just have to be committed and it's going to work. There's millions of hoopers out there who's committed to going to college, playing pro ball, and it just doesn't work out because there can only be one LeBron James. So you can have a bunch of people who are committed and try their hardest and work their best, but there's a finite amount of spots. If everyone is as successful as Tai Lopez, or at least as Tai Lopez presents himself to be, the value of that individual drops because it's the fact that there's only one of one. LeBron James is one of a kind. That's what makes him unique, and that's what makes him special.
They definitely had to practice, but I think a lot of it was, learning from others and professionals and, people that come before. Because, I know a lot of times the greats learned from other greats.
You're definitely right. They had to hire coaches, mentors, trainers that, they hired and worked with them to get them to the exceptional level, right? In order for them to actually be in the NBA. So although we don't play basketball, that's not our sport. But our sport is marketing and sales, right? This is what he's been doing it for literally 20 plus years. This is how he's able to have his personal brand at 2.3 million now. This is just on Instagram. I think it's more than 10 million across all platforms.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This dude doesn't even know how many followers the very person he's trying to sell for has. That's one of the most basic things. That is probably the most basic thing besides the person's name that you should know to try to sell to a potential customer. So I don't know if this guy either, number one, is completely new to sales and has no idea what he's doing, which seems to be the trend when I talk to these people. It's amazing to me. I have no sales experience, but I'm always talking to these fools that have no idea what they're doing. I legitimately am a better salesperson than them, and I don't even do sales. These are pure cold calls. Number two, this guy might have just woken up because he sounds completely disinterested and zoned out. Number three, and this is kind of my personal opinion, let me know what you think down in the comment section. I think this dude's off the puffy. I think he had a little bit of that Zaza this morning. I think he had a little bit of the Cheech and the Chong puffing on the bong. That's just my opinion, but let me know what you think.
And our level of commitment will directly correlate to the income we make, right? Which is why you see guys out there making multiple six figures a couple years. And then there's also some guys that are making literally $7K a month until they retire.
$7,000 from what? See, this is the thing that a lot of these guys do. They make these vague, bold claims, but they never tell you how they do it. Even if you look at Tai Lopez's platform constantly changes. So even if we apply the very strategy of the person that's trying to sell me this program, they don't stick with the same thing over the long term. In this call, I told him I was 23 years old. That's at least 30 more years until retirement. So what can you possibly do on social media that guarantees you $6K per month? Every month. I mean, the internet, as we know it, hasn't even been around for 30 years. It's a ridiculous claim.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. That's a lot of money. Where I come from, $7K a month. I mean, that was unimaginable.
Exactly. Because I'll be super honest with you. there's going to be guys who rely on free company training, the free books, the seminars, and expect it to get to the next level. And honestly, like, that's why most people fail, because they never invest to acquire the right skills.
Think about this for a second. Tai Lopez offers free materials, free seminars, free stuff. But this guy here is saying, oh, well, part of why they fail is because they only take advantage of the free stuff. It's not worth it. You have to pay for it to get the real stuff. Then what's the point of offering the free seminars? Why does Tai Lopez offer this stuff? Why does he try to sell it? Why does he market it as valuable? But this idea that you have to pay for knowledge is stupid. We live in an era now where information is more available than ever before. It is not, almost never, gate kept behind a paywall from one of these gurus.
Are you with me on that?
That's why I decided to reach out. You really want to go all in, you really got to take it to the next level if you expect to get to the next level.
Exactly, man. My question to you is, like, which guy are you committed to being?
I want to be the next superstar. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why though?
What do you mean, why? I've told you like 5 times. I'm from Russia. I don't know what my future is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay here. I want to be an influence to other people. I don't know what else to tell you. I've answered this before.
Like I said, I'm in a situation where I don't know what my future is going to be, and I want to not only set myself up for success, but I also want to be able to be a positive influence on people that come from a similar place to where I come from.
So what do you feel like you would really need in a marketing and sales program when it comes to building your own brand, so you could basically be able to have your own life without having any concerns about, financial?
Like I said, I've been watching a lot of videos trying to learn the ins and outs of this and that and so on and so forth, but it's really about how to propel yourself, I guess you would say. I've seen some channels on YouTube in particular of people who go and make, good videos, but they don't get any traction. And then I look and I see other channels that maybe have less videos, maybe not as good, but they have even more traction. I still don't understand a lot of the technicalities.
I hear you. So when you say you need something more advanced, because I want to make sure that I'm understanding what you're needing, like, what does that mean?
Someone who can help me grow my videos. Like, for example, if I was to sit down, I feel pretty confident I could sit down and make a video that's motivational, that talks about what I think a lot of Eastern European young men need to hear. How do I market it? How do I go and take that video and package it up to where people are going to watch it? I have no idea how to do anything like that.
The thing is, there is people that have like 100K subs, but they don't even know how to monetize. Like, they don't know how to scale. That's the same way that you're talking about. Like, they don't know how to make those people into basically paying me or monetizing from them, right?
The idea that you can have 100,000 subscribers and not know how to monetize it and just be so helpless is extremely disingenuous for him to say. Every platform will walk you through step by step how to enroll in the partner program. Whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, like, they will tell you step by step what to do so you can start making money straight away from your views. Notice he's starting to kind of get away from what I'm trying to tell him here. He's talking about how to turn my viewers into paying clients. I'm not talking about taking advantage of people. I want to go and be a positive voice and influence. And on a personal note, I have thought about making a channel like that. That's my goal. I'm not trying to go find the people that I feel like are in need and exploit them for money. That's what Tai Lopez does. I'm trying to be a good person.
So I totally get you on that end. So what are you specifically looking for in terms of possible support in order for us to help you monetize through social media?
I don't exactly know what I don't know yet. And I'm hoping, as I continue to watch these videos and as I continue to learn, I'll start to understand more. And if there's something that I do struggle with or I'm confused with, hopefully Ty's has resources on that, which I imagine he probably does. He's been around a long time. I know he's got a lot of content. I don't want to waste time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear you. It's like when you face a problem, you don't just stay there and be stuck there for the next 6 months trying to figure out, like, what went wrong? Why am I not able to monetize? What should I do? And then you just feel like, oh, well, this doesn't work. And then you just don't hold yourself accountable to it, right? And then there's the other people like LeBron James. They know that they cannot go there by themselves, especially if he's looking to be the best at it. And that's where they, get outside help, right? So I totally get you on that. So let's say we could help you with monetizing through social media, have your brand out there, do the videos, build for you the ads, the funnel, make sure that you could basically have everything set up.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
See, he's completely missing the point. Like, this is why I say I think this guy has no clue what he's doing. He's talking about preparing my funnel, preparing my ads. Ads and funnel for what? Like, that's not what I'm saying. I said I wanted to make motivational content for men in Eastern Europe because that's where I came from and I felt like there's a gap in the market. What type of funnel? I'm not trying to go sell them a course. I'm not trying to go and take their money. I'm literally just trying to grow my social media pages. That's it. He's trying to do things that are completely off a script, things that are completely unrelated to what I want to do, and in no way would apply to the model that I'm trying to run. They are trying to carbon copy this exact same formula that doesn't work, because if it did work, they would just be doing it on repeat, making these big boku bucks, not going and trying to sell me this shit on the phone. But it's really frustrating that you can get someone who genuinely is trying to do something good for the betterment of others, and they're automatically trying to twist it and turn it into something where you exploit the people who support you for money. That's a major reason why on this channel, I refuse to take any donations. I've had people offer to give me donations before on the channel, or I say no way, because I make these videos genuine, because I like sharing it, I enjoy the content, and I'm just trying to have a good time.
If you were to like fast forward a year from now, what do you want to be making? We will help you with everything when it comes to monetizing social media, right? Because this is literally what Tai does. He builds an offer in 24 hours and he brings in hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you were to fast forward to a year from now, what do you want to be making, knowing that we will help you?
50,000 is, for me, a great number. And obviously, I want to continue in the future to build that up. Where I come from, 50 grand is like 5 years' salary.
50,000 a month, correct?
This is a perfect example of how delusional people on social media are. I said 50,000. I just explained to this dude that I come from a small village. I don't know what my future is going to be. And just, $50,000 per month? No, dude. I mean, $50,000 per year. Why is it that all these people are so delusional in the things that they think, in the things that they say? Like, $50,000 per month is nuts. 99% of people who buy shit like this never make that much money. This dude on the phone has never made that much money. It is absolutely delusional to think that that is the norm.
You see those people out there, right? Like you have internet, bro. Like you see that how there's people literally they're 19, 20, sometimes even 17. I literally just saw a guy, he's 17. He has his own offer and he's literally bringing in $1 million every month. He's 17, man. Like, it's crazy.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's not true. He does not know a 17-year-old kid with an offer making $1 million per month. I mean, do you realize how crazy that is? Do you realize, have you ever saw these people on social media and looked in their comment section? Anytime you see people running ads, marketing funnels, advertising, courses, all they do is get flamed. Nobody's buying this. Nobody's falling for this. And at the end of the day, what moron is going to go and buy a course from a 17-year-old kid? You can't even vote. You can't even buy liquor.
He came to one of Tai's in-person mastermind. He's at that level. He's very young, man. Like, he's almost 18. It's crazy, right? But he didn't go there easily. Like, he had his own drive. He knew that he wanted to get there, and he put himself there. He trained for 2 years. He was literally 15 when he started, and at 17, he was able to be a millionaire.
You know what it takes? It takes no training. It takes you paying him money. If you give him money, you can go anywhere. You can talk to him personally. You get his personal phone number. You could probably get some butt buddy action with him if you really want to, if you pay him enough.
For me, 50K is more than a victory. That's a massive win for me.
For you, like getting to a point in your life where you're making 600K a year, that's 50K a month. How would things be different in terms of like lifestyle, of way of living?
Growing up, my family, because I told you my dad died when I was 12. We had a farm, and my parents, they lost the farm because my dad died. And one of the things I've always wanted to do, and because unfortunately my mom passed away just 2 years ago as well, but one of the things that I've always wanted to do is buy that farm back. I have no interest in being a farmer, but it's just the fact of being able to buy that. One of the things that I do want is I want to have either a house or an apartment on all 7 continents.
First of all, I'm sorry to hear about your mom as well. I mean, being the guy who can buy something from his dad's cent and making sure that you could have a house in every continent just so that you could travel, because that's what you're looking for, and make sure that you could make 600K so that, finance is not even a problem for you. What would that make you feel?
It would make me feel great.
If this is how you feel about, feeling accomplished, how do you feel now?
I'm not unhappy, because I am here. I'm happy to be in the United States, doing well. I'm getting ready to have a master's degree in physics. So, the thing for me is I'm not living up to my potential.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're not grateful. It's, even at where you're at right now, it's good. It's like somewhat comfortable, right? Yeah, I'm saying like I'm happy that you feel grateful and, you're feeling somewhat comfortable right now, but not at the potential that you're looking for. Is that right?
Exactly.
So how do you feel not being at that level that you want to be at so that you're able to actually do what actually makes you happy and what makes you fulfilled?
I mean, I'm a little frustrated knowing I'm not there yet. At the same time, I feel relieved in a sense that I'm aware of that. I think a lot of people never become aware of the potential that they have.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can I share a perspective?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's good we know where we want to go, right? But there's the other side of the coin, which is the consequence of like if we don't do something, right? And I'm a big believer you have to explore both. People always want to consider success without failure, and that's why they end up failing.
No, this is just completely wrong. Your opinions and thoughts on failure have no impact on whether you succeed or fail. Success comes from doing something well, doing something that people want, and being committed to it. It has absolutely nothing to do with how you perceive failure.
So what if you never get to experience what it's like to have a life of your own because you keep, pushing it more late than now?
Well, that's part of my whole motivation and reaching out and, hopefully being able to work with Tai or someone who could really help me want to get started on that now.
I don't doubt your motivation. At the end of the day, Usain Bolt, right? Like the fastest person on earth.
The sprinter?
Yes. In a 100-meter race for a gold medal, he's going to run fast. But if you put a lion behind it, he's going to run a lot faster because there's something on the line, his life, right?
Once again, no. Usain Bolt is a sprinter. If you ever watched him sprint, he hauls ass. He trains his whole life. Every day, he runs the absolute fastest that he can run. He's not going to run any faster magically because there's a lion behind. He pushes himself to the limits at every race. All Olympic sprinters do.
So that's my question is, what happens if nothing changes and things stay the same?
I mean, I'm still going to continue learning. But at the end of the day, I'm still running the race, and my goal is still to win. I'm going to continue to do my best effort, whether it's with Tai or it's on my own.
I hear you. Well, with your permission, I could go through a few things that have helped us take other clients in your position to where they wanted to go. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, so the way this works is we have like 3-pillar process we go based on.
Okay.
I remember you that you're not able how to basically run videos and be able to monetize, right? Because you don't have like a clear picture. And that's literally one of the biggest problems people have when they come to us. Because basically like they don't know where they're going, right? Like they know that they want to do this, but they don't know what's the actual steps that they need to take. And when they try it by themselves, they be like, why is it not working? And the reason is because they usually just don't do it on the steps that they're supposed to. So usually they hit a block and they don't know what to do, and then they come to us. Or someone brand new, not even starting, not knowing how to start, they come to us as well. What we do is we set you up with a mentor. The good thing is that you're reaching to Tai. Tai will be your mentor.
No, he won't. Tai's not going to be my mentor. I'd be lucky to even get to actually talk to Tai Lopez. They're going to pass me off to some bozo, probably this guy on the phone or somebody like him, completely unrelated. That's how these things all do. It's a bait and switch.
And you will see what he does on his social media on the back end. And that's something literally no one out there gives. Like no one will tell you, we do this is how we bring in money, right? Because basically that's like the back end work. No one sees that.
That is literally what every course seller does. They open it up for you and they let you see exactly what it's like. There's nothing unique here.
But Tai is very transparent. He doesn't like to be a hypocrite. He likes to make sure that people know what he's doing, so that you know that this is possible. First of all, remove any limiting belief, and you could ask him the questions that you're looking for your own journey. What this will allow you to do is it will make sure that you are, you are going to get to 50K a month because it's not going to be hard for you anymore because you see Tai, who's making 900 million a year.
This is what these guys never tell you. Tai Lopez makes money because he's Tai Lopez. Whether you like him or not, he's a popular figure, he's recognizable, he has the viral "here in my garage" meme, he has the knowledge meme, he's now in the news for fraud. Point is, there's a lot of eyes on him, a lot of attention. Nobody knows who I am. So going and saying, oh, well, it'll be easy for you to get to 50,000 a month because Ty's got to $100 million and he knows what he's doing. Tai Lopez is famous. I'm not. It would be nice if he gave me any information at all about what this program actually does. He just talks about, oh, we're going to help you. We'll do it for you. It'll be easy. You won't be confused anymore. But he's telling me literally nothing. You might as well tell me we're going to go ride a unicorn, or I'm going to become the president of the United States, or what other BS you can tell me. You're not giving me any clear examples of what I can expect or what the future is going to look like in this program. I want to learn how to post on social media and grow like Tai. I don't want to sell some bullshit.
You know how you were also saying that you had this problem with monetizing? Like, you know that you could probably do videos online, right? But you don't know how to monetize, how to bring in money from that, even if you reach 100K subscribers, correct?
Right.
So the way we solve that for our clients is we give you access to the A to Z program when it comes to running your personal brand and the sales and marketing side of it as well, so that you don't have to worry about monetizing. So instead of just doing one step but don't know what to do the next, that's going to be eliminated. We will tell you what to do. And what that means to you is you won't be able to be stuck in the middle, and you will literally be able to, if you want to live at any place in your life, in any continent, you can do that because you don't have to stay in one position. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Do you have any questions here?
No, everything seems to make sense so far. I'm completely on board with that.
I hear you. So remember when you said you were looking for something that will basically have you have to know how to run ads, first of all. Make sure that you have the landing page correct, know which form or which questions you want people to answer. You basically haven't experienced that yet, and you feel like maybe this would be the problem coming in. What we do for the clients here, when we give you access to, is you have me for the next year. I will hold you accountable to this, and then any certain level you feel like you need help, we will literally help you. We will be with you all the way until you are able to make the money that you're looking for. Because if that's not the case, then we didn't do our job correctly.
And there it is. That is the bait and switch I was talking about. You sign up under Tai Lopez's brand name, and when you get ready to sign up, they say, oh, well, I'm going to be your mentor, or I'll work with you. I'll be there for you. Can't tell you how many times when I talk to these people, this is exactly what they do. By the end of the call, you're not actually working with Tai Lopez, or you're working with some random bozo. I don't even know this guy's name, right? I have literally zero confidence that if I work with this guy, I will have any success. I mean, you tell me. Let me know in the comment section. If you work with this guy for a year, do you think you're going to make 50K a month?
So in terms of the process, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I mean, given the problems and the issues that I said that, I was thinking I might have going forward, you addressed all of them.
Because on the plan we just went over, do you feel like this can get you to 50K, 600K a year? Think about it for a second.
Things I said, you addressed every single one. So yes, I do.
So the reason I'm asking, I don't know if I made this clear, but client success is very important to us. So if I invite you in here and we do this, my team is literally going to roll up their sleeves, get in the trenches with you, just one-on-one. And because of that, very important that every person we work with feels like this is exactly what you need. When you get into the program with that energy, you actually get results a lot faster.
A couple seconds ago, he said, quote, if I invite you in. This is a classic technique that course sellers and salesmen use to try to give the idea of scarcity. If I invite you, this is a prestigious honor. If I give you the opportunity, this is a rare chance. Don't blow this. It's just a pure marketing technique, right? And it might work on other people. It doesn't work on me. I see right through that. It's total BS. But there he is again talking about me and my team. Where's Tai? I thought he was part of Tai Lopez's team. Now, as the conversation has went on, there's no Tai Lopez anymore. Now it's me working with him and his team, which has no value because if it wasn't for Tai Lopez, I would never even call this guy. I don't even know this guy's name. And the real question I have is this: if this guy was so successful at building these brands and doing everything that he says he'll do for me, why hasn't he done it for himself? Why hasn't this guy went and made $50,000 a month, since it's so easy to do? And they have the game plan and the formula that he's working sales for someone else. The reason is because you don't make that type of money, because if they did, they wouldn't be trying to sell you. they would be off on some island somewhere running it up.
So that being said, let's say on a scale of like 1 to 10, where are you at?
In terms of, you mean like where I am versus where I want to be?
No, like 1 being, I hate this program, I can't get I want to get up off this call, and 10 being, this is exactly what I'm looking for and I'm ready to go right now.
Probably about a 9.5.
Where's the 0.5 going?
We haven't talked about the price yet. We haven't talked about, mainly just the price.
Yeah, no, this is okay. So do you have any other questions about the program aside from the investment?
No, I think the program itself is perfectly fine.
I hear you. So in order to get you to 50K a month from feeling like, not getting what you're looking for because you're worried about what's going to happen and you don't want to be in the same position now, to be able to actually, buy the pawn back, make sure that you have a house on every continent, and make sure that you could literally live at your own terms. The program is just 5K.
Really?
Usually our clients pay that in full, but we do have other options of breaking it down. Which one works for you today?
I've heard that a lot of programs online are really expensive. I have 5K.
Yeah, totally fine. We just send the link. I can send it to you, and then we go there. But before doing the investment, is everything clear? Because please, I want to make sure that this is clear for you 101%.
Yeah, no, you've answered every question that I had. You even addressed everything, all my concerns one by one. That's pretty impressive, I have to admit.
Then just give me a second. I need to check with Tai first.
He's not checking with Tai first. Andy Elliott's sales team did the same thing. Oh, I have to check with Andy. Oh, I got to check with Tai. No, you're not. And at the time when we were making this video, Tai Lopez was on some mastermind seminar in Denmark. So even if he wanted to check, he probably wouldn't even get a hold of Tai because Tai is busy. Just another scoop of crap on this big crap Sunday.
Are you going to send that link to me on a text or email or?
I said we could do it on your text if that's fine.
I will have to go into my bank and approve the transaction. Anytime I make a charge over $500 or something, I have to manually approve it. It'll take maybe 10 minutes for me to do that.
Sure. Don't you just call them? Because I do that same. But I usually just call them or they send me a text that I have to approve payment.
If you could just send that to me then, I could take care of that. I should have it done tonight.
Sure, let's do this first. Let's see if it goes through the first time. We will do a first payment of 500. I'm ready whenever you are.
I literally just told this guy, if it's under $500, it's fine. If it's over $500, I have to get it approved, and he wants to do a payment of $100. This guy is stupid. Willy Wonka's just over here got a new factory pumping out morons and selling them to alpha males, fake gurus. It's a new flavor of the month, moron.
And you said you're going to send that to the email?
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
And he left, and that was a great time for me to go ahead and end that call. That's crazy. You were literally trying to close the sale, and he just literally left the phone for 2 minutes to go get a drink somewhere, I guess, or maybe he went to the bathroom or something. I don't know. But yeah, I went ahead and hung up on him. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is what it's like if you get Tai Lopez's sales team on the phone. You probably can't do this much anymore because Tai Lopez is being sued for millions of dollars now for fraud. But nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you think about this salesman? Let me know down in the comment section. I always read all you guys' replies. Thank you so much for the support. I'll see you next time.